bringing Star Trek's iconic captains together, Sisko, Janeway, Picard and Kirk. We talked about a possibility of this in an animated project a few days ago, but is it possible that this is Paramount and not Secret Hideout planning this? Welcome to the Tech Impulse podcast, your place for sci-fi news, rumour and debate.
Our tachyon pulse has been unable to completely penetrate the anomaly.
Okay, so I first heard this rumour that there were plans for the 60th anniversary of Star Trek to do an animated project that would bring, at very least, Kirk, Picard, Janeway and Sisko together on screen for the first time. I know a little bit more now about what those plans were, possibly, but also what I'm being told by a couple of people is that it's actually not Secret Hideout doing this, it's Paramount. And this was very much being led by sort of Dave Ellison and the top bosses over at Paramount when they've come in from their acquisition through Skydance. They were looking for something really big to do for the 60th anniversary, but they'd realised doing anything live action is going to be a bit difficult. They've kind of missed the opportunity. They can do things for television, maybe even a straight-to-streaming television movie, but even those are going to be a little bit difficult. I'm actually being told even doing this animated movie idea would be difficult. It would take at least 12 months to produce. And unless they've already started, one source told me, that's not going to happen for the 60th anniversary. Well, I've spoken to somebody else, though, over at Paramount, and they've said that they have heard similar rumours. They have heard rumblings of some sort of animated project that would bring these four captains together, but it would not be including anybody from New Trek. Now, apparently this source initially sort of was a little bit confused by that. They're like, well, why won't you bring it all together? And then they heard other rumours, and that it was basically because this wasn't actually being done in cooperation with Secret Hideout. Now, this is something I've spoken to you guys before, but if you're new to the channel, I'll explain again. Paramount owns the intellectual property that is Star Trek. Everything Star Trek, whether it's done by Secret Hideout or not, they own it. Secret Hideout can never do anything with Star Trek without Paramount. But anything they've done under this current tenure of sort of managing Star Trek that's original, they technically own. So things like the character of Michael Burnham, Paramount couldn't use post-Secret Hideout without a deal with Secret Hideout or some sort of, giving them money. So if nobody from New Trek is being involved, does that mean Paramount are doing it in a way that means they don't have to have that deal with Secret Hideout? Well, it's possible, but there's another slight problem. The current Secret Hideout contract that they have with Paramount over Star Trek basically means that Secret Hideout have exclusive rights to produce anything Star Trek that goes onto television. Now, we know that there's a couple of cinematic movies in different stages of preparation, which we may never actually get to see. Secret Hideout are not involved in those, and they don't have to be under the deal. We know that there is going to be a YouTube Star Trek show, Dora the Explorer in space, basically. It's that kind of show that is Star Trek based, but again, it's not going on television straight away, it's going on YouTube first. Both of these projects can be done without Secret Hideout's involvement because it doesn't come under their current contract of stuff for television. Now, if this project, an animated movie, and this is what the source has been telling me, was being produced by Paramount, through CBS probably, and they didn't actually put it on Paramount Plus straight away, then yeah, they could do it without Secret Hideout. And the rumour is that this is one of the things that Paramount are working towards. Now, again, it's very much in the rumour category. I don't know for certain, and even the people I'm speaking to saying they don't know, they're just hearing whispers. But they're telling me that 3 or 4 months ago, some project with Star Trek for the 60th anniversary was greenlit. I'm being told that, yes, there is documentaries that are being done, and actually Secret Hideout's own production, they're working on things for the anniversary as well. And that there are things like this, but apparently there is something that's being tagged as very, very special. And one source actually said that they were told it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Now, if they were going to do this and they were going to do this animated project, I've been wondering what it would look like. And again, one insider said that they would try to do it like an anthology piece, that they would actually see the captains on their original starships, and the story through different things would bring them together at the end. That there would be some sort of time travel or multiverse or some shenanigans going on that would allow that, but it wouldn't actually be them cooperating throughout an episode or a movie or whatever. It would be something that just brought them together at the end. So that, I think, could be done quite cool. We could get to see the different eras of Star Trek, but in a way that was not only sensible and, actually we got to see the different eras. I'm almost thinking that like they could do almost like different animation styles for each of the different eras. That might be fun. But then to bring them together at the end in a moment of pure nostalgic orgasm that would, I think, be quite exciting. I think that would be quite cool. How could they get around doing this, though, for television? Would they release it at the cinema? I doubt it. A cinema quality animated movie can take anything up to 4 or 5 years to produce. Now, they're not massively expensive to produce, but they do take a very, very long time. A single episode of Lower Decks takes about 12 months to produce. Any sort of animated movie at all takes 1 to 2 years to produce. No Way Home, Babylon 5 movie, that took 2 years from J. Marshall Krasinski getting the phone call to say we want to do this to actually being released. Now, if there's going to be an animated movie of this type and we want it for the anniversary, it's got to be well way under production by now. It's got to be. Now, that is possible. The actors would only come in for a day or two here and there to record their voiceovers, and actually if they get a decent mic, they can even do it at home nowadays. The animation can be done very secretly, and I would say again, we did not know that No Way Home by Babylon 5 was being released until about 2 months before. So this is possible to be kept very secret, and what I'm being told again is, though, that Paramount bosses want big surprises during the 60th anniversary. The one source that I was saying was, look, if you're going to do something that's actually not just a documentary or some sort of special sort of thing, you've got to do something like this animated. You cannot put together a movie now for the 60th anniversary. It's just not going to happen, not in live action. It's not going to happen. They could get Secret Hideout to do a couple of special episodes of something, but again, that would be difficult. It does seem, though, that Paramount are planning and Secret Hideout are planning. We know, again, Kate Mulgrew says that she spoke to the people over at Paramount. We don't know. We assumed that was Secret Hideout at the time, but maybe it wasn't. William Shatner, I think, did say more about sort of Secret Hideout and something from them. But again, we haven't really had that clarified. This could be Paramount talking to them. We know, for example, that a couple of other TV shows for the future of Star Trek, including Star Trek United, were pitched directly to Paramount. And again, not through Secret Hideout. I've said to you guys a lot of this before now, saying that there does feel like the momentum is rolling towards there not being a new deal for Alex Kurtzman, and basically Paramount already gearing up towards life without Alex Kurtzman. This feels to me like, and even though it is very much rumour and we really don't have a full insight into what's going on, they're definitely trying to keep something secret. But this sort of project that could bring back those original iconic actors, and that, and to be fair, would ignore New Trek completely, I think that could be something that could really bring fans together. But the only way to do it and avoid using Secret Hideout is that this does not go on Paramount Plus. It does not basically go on TV. It would either have to be released via sort of behind a paywall as a movie, sort of on Paramount, or released as a DVD special, which again, I think they would do because a lot of Trekkies would buy it. And No Way Home made a fortune for Warner Brothers because people bought the box set, but they bought the box, the special edition sort of thing. And the other thing you could do is release it on YouTube. And again, it would make money because people would watch it by the millions. And you could even put it on YouTube behind, again, a small charge. So, yeah, Do I actually think this is going to happen? I suspect, and now I might be wrong, but I suspect this is not going to be an animated movie. I think this is 2 + 2 = 6 a little bit. I would be more believing that there was actually going to be some sort of like digital remastered original series with, our James T. Kirk, Bill Shatner coming in and doing voiceovers and things, or maybe, sort of a big project like that could be done within 6 to 9 months, and then re-release that on Paramount. They could possibly do the same for TNG, DS9, or what they could even do, which I think would actually be quite cool, is pick iconic episodes from those seasons and remaster them, do all their jiggery-pokery to make them look as cool as they possibly can, and then re-release them like that. They could even, rejig the special effects and blah, 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 add more spaceships in the background. There's loads of things they could do. Do something that really celebrates Star Trek, the iconic episodes, those iconic characters, and just leave Secret Hideout out of it. Because again, if Paramount were going to do something like that, they would not need to involve Secret Hideout at all, because all it would be doing is remastering, redoing in some ways, I suppose you could say, the special effects, etc., episodes of series that weren't produced by them. And let's be honest, there aren't any iconic new Trek episodes you would do that with. But guys, go into the comments, tell me what you think. Something's coming. Something seems to be brewing. I'm hearing lots of rumours. Some of them are contradictory. There may be some, like spy stuff going on here where different rumours are being released to try and keep us confused. But something seems to be happening. What do you think it'll be? Get into the comments and tell me. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It really helps us out and you'll never miss any of our new videos. Also, you can become a member of the channel, get to see a lot of these videos before everybody else. You can also join me on Patreon, where I do videos just for there. And you can actually join me. I'm going to start doing a live on there really soon. So, there's links in the description. Go check that out. As always, please stay safe, and I'll see you next time.
Our tachyon pulse has been unable to completely penetrate the anomaly.